Good morning, Wine Beneath Our Wings. So I am about to do a video on lap boards. This is going to be an updated video. I'm actually going to pull the one that I have on YouTube down off because I revamped my videos. It's always a work in progress, and that's the beautiful thing about this business. You're never too seasoned to continue to learn. And I am all about streamlining because I legit don't want to be at my events for more than 2 hours. That's my goal. So if you don't already know, I pretty much set up all my events to start at 6:45. I get there at 6:30 and I start my presentation at 7. And that's what I have in my Cheers to the Host letter. I let my host know I'll be getting there 15 minutes before your event. Doesn't take me very long to set up. I will mingle for the 15 minutes and then we start at 7. If anybody gets there late, I'll have a lap board set aside and a wine glass, and you can make them with plates and they can jump in wherever we are. So I don't stop for anyone. I'm all about 2 hours because I want to get home to my family, right? But I am about to show you what my current lap boards look like, and I'm pretty happy with them. So I always have my own lap board that I work with as I walk everyone through their lap board. So it's the first thing I do after everyone sits down to get their wine glass and their Skittles. But the Skittles are in the wine glass and their plate of food. So I always have the hosts have them plate up the food. I have the host set everything up so that they can go and plate up their food and they sit down. And that, again, that's an efficient way to do it. That way they're not getting up. Who cares if the food is a little bit cold? It doesn't make a difference. I know some people are like, well, who cares? So I have my own lap board and I will work with everyone on the lap board. And by the way, you can get these. So I have really pretty purple ones. I actually bought these off of a team member who quit. And but you can get these, I believe, at Amazon.com. They used to have their own site, but now they're on Amazon. They may be sold out. I think Sarah tried to get some and they were gone. I like these because there's a place for the pen and there's a place for the business card. So I like that. Then there's a pocket here and then there's something on the back. But you can also do, and I think they're about $2.50 or $3 each. You can also do them very efficiently. Just buy 3-ring binders that have the rings in the middle, and then cut the binders, the rings out of the binders. Actually, I think that's what this was. Cut the rings out of the binders, and then you have that. Just make sure you get the binders that have the plastic on the back so you can put your information. So after I get there and I thank my host for hosting, and I thank everyone for showing up. And I walk through what I'm about to do for them. And by the way, I'm going to probably be doing a lot of updates on some older videos and make them fresh because a couple of them are a couple years old. And I also want to do that so that I can rehash them for everybody. There's a lot of new people or maybe people who haven't seen them. It's very dark in here all of a sudden. So after everybody sat down, I do the intro, thank the host, thank them for coming. I say, tell them what I'm going to do, tell them what I want them to do. I'm going to say, all right, the first thing we're going to do is go through the paperwork because nobody's here for paperwork, so we're going to get that out of the way. So everybody look at their lap board, and I'm just going to pretend that you guys are my guests. So the first thing you're going to see when you have your lap board is my business card. So hopefully you all have business cards. I'm like, please take this card home with you. Laminate it, poke a hole into it, make it into a necklace, hang it on your holiday tree, put it on your bathroom mirror, put it in your wallet, frame it, put it by your bedside. I want our relationship to continue long after this tasting. That's one of the best things about being a wine guide is I make friends with the people that at the tastings, with my host, with the guests. So I have a lot of people who will message me, hey Kim, I'm having a party, I'm having this food, what should I serve with it? Or they're at a restaurant, they're texting me like, I'm having this is the wine list, what do you suggest? I want our relationship to continue on. Plus I know I'm going to book a couple tastings with you guys, and that way we are going to become good friends over the years. So the next thing you will see on your lap board is a taped question. Everybody has a question taped to the front of the lap board. And I'm going to be asking you questions throughout, asking you to ask me that question throughout the tasting. You can either ask me the question on the lap board, or you can ask me a question that you have about wine that's been keeping you up at night and causing you to lose sleep, because I want you to get a good night's rest. If you don't want to ask a question, then I'm going to ask that you help build my self-esteem and just tell me how awesome I am, because I'm an only child and I need a lot of loving. Then you will have your door prize sheet. And actually, I usually get everybody to fill this out as they're sitting down before I even start the presentation so they can pass it out. So there's your door prize sheet. You've hopefully filled it out already. If not, fill it out. If you have, go ahead and pass this up. I'm going to collect this now. I'll be doing a drawing for a door prize as a thank you to everybody who came to this event. And this is very important. This sheet is in the files. And this is, I love my paper copies. Everything is online when people register, but if they don't order anything, you lose your information. So I love having this. It has the birthday on there. It gives some ideas for themes for booking. It asks them if they want to join your VIP page. It asks them if you want to get the wine club. And this is what I use for follow-up. This is one of the reasons why I never have any issues booking events. Fortune is in the follow-up and you need the information. So please be sure to use these. Then I have the wine club sell sheets. I use the one that has the breakdown of how the wine clubs work. And it's the front sheet. So as they're sitting there waiting for me to start the presentation, I'm already planting the seed of wine club in their head. They're already looking and thinking, what is this? Because that's residual income. On the back, I have our accessory sheets. And for some bizarre reason, this one does not have the coupon. There we go. So normally I would have the accessory sheet with the coupon strip. I don't know if you can see that. I only use the coupon strip. I don't use that whole thing with all the accessories. So I will tell them, like, sorry, technical difficulties with my lap board. All right, so take a look. This is your wine club. I'm going to be talking to you briefly about wine club. It's the best thing ever. It is a way to give yourself a gift every other month. Then on the back are the accessories, and I'll be going over these accessories, all of these with you. They're going to help you enjoy wine even more than you already do. Then you will see you have a coupon sheet here. This is our way to thank you for coming to this tasting. It's the only way to get these accessories at this huge discount. When you order 3 bottles of wine, you can get these tulip pours. I'll demo those. When you order 6 bottles of wine, you can get the tulip pours and the Arctic Pole for just $5. And this is an awesome accessory. If you order a case of wine, which is 12, and you can mix and match, and it's also the best value. You can get this aerator for just $7, and that's normally $29.99, or you can get all 3 of these accessories for $16. So this is a huge savings, and it's only available to you guys for being here at this event. So how awesome is that? Then I have the inventory sheets. We have whites and desserts on the front and reds on the back. Now you guys can use your color inventory sheet, or you can use the black and white inventory sheet if you don't want to print, or you can use the May We Suggest inventory sheet. A lot of you guys I know use this sheet here. That is the 5-bottle wine tasting sheet, and that's great. That's in the files. I don't personally use it because I want them to write on the inventory sheets, because I want them to be thinking of buying wines. So I write on, I have these in front of them. Just whatever works for you. And I tell them, like, this is what you can write all of the notes that you're going to take today at this tasting. You can write what foods we pair, or you can write if you liked it, if you found it special. You're going to take this home and you're going to laminate it and keep it by your bedside. So then when you run out of that bright-eyed bird that you love, you can grab it, run down to my website, and order yourself another case. Then you have, if you're thinking, man, this girl is a lot of fun, I want to have her in my home and have her educate and entertain all of my wine-loving friends, I have a brochure on the back for booking a tasting, and I'll go over my dates at the end of the event. Or if you're thinking, oh my God, this girl gets paid to do this, she gets paid to drink wine, eat food, make friends, that's ridiculous, I want to do that. Here's some information on joining my team. I am hiring anywhere in the country. That's actually how I started being a wine guide. A friend went to a tasting, told me about it, knew I love wine, and I was like, shut up, it's like Pampered Chef, but with wine, I'm sold. The last thing you have on the back is what it costs, and what you get when you start your own wine business. 5 years ago, I paid less than $200 to start my own wine business. I started it to make mad money, to feed my wine habit, and now I have a little wine empire. I have about 140 wine guides all across the country doing this, and this is the best career I have ever had. So if you want information on that, let me know. So that is it for the paperwork, and now we're going to get to the good stuff. So there you guys have it. That's what's in my lap board. Very simple. I have it in the stuff in plastic sheet protector, so I'm not reprinting except for the inventory sheet so that they can write on it. Now here's the other thing I want to do, and this is a new addition to the lap boards. You saw me mention the prizes or the questions on the front of the sheet. I have taped questions on each of the lap boards because guess what? I don't want to be up there like a teacher just talking. I want active participation, and I want them to do my job for me, which is why I also have them fill out these door prize sheets, because I will have them easily available, and I can say during the gaps, during the wine tastings, as the wine's being poured and there's downtime and everybody's waiting to get wine in their glass, I will say, Sally, do you have a question for me? And Sally will say, oh yeah, and she will look on her lap board and there will be a question. What are in all your gift bags? And I'll say, Sally, that is an awesome question. I'm so glad you asked. And I have my gift bags. This is a gift for the host. If we can get our host laid 3 times, there's delays in there. See how I did that? If we can get our host laid 3 times, if 3 of you book a wine tasting event, your awesome host will get this bonus gift from me. I also have in here my door prize for everybody who came. We're going to do the door prize drawing. And then I also have a gift of a thank you gift, a drawing for everybody who places an order. So these are all in my little bag here. And then the other gift bag I have is my wine tasting in a bag. Now you might have seen my video recently with the wine tasting in a bag, so I'm not going to go through everything there, but it's at this point I will pull out, I'm like, if you guys think that it's hard to book a tasting, and this is great because sometimes our hosts go over the top, which is awesome because we love the food, but they have so much food. I've had people cater their events. Well, that's very threatening. Like nobody wants to put that kind of money out. Not everybody wants to do that kind of money or spend that kind of time. So some people won't host because they think, holy crap, that's a lot of work. So this is going to show, I have everything here to help you book a tasting without having you spend any money, because I'm going to bring the wine and you can get this bag. I have one date that I'm really trying to book, and I'll give them that date, and it's usually like my next date. If anybody books that tasting, you're going to get this, and I'm going to show you right now how easy it is to host a tasting. And then I will pull out everything in this bag. I'm not going to do it now, but it's basically a bag of potato chips. That's going to go with the first wine. A bag of popcorn, so they could pop for the second wine, a bag of pepperonis, a dark chocolate bar, and a milk chocolate bar. That cost me all of $5, and I got it from the dollar store. So that way you can book a tasting without, hopefully book your next tasting date that you really want and show people how easy it is to do a tasting. So that's about it, but I'm going to go through these questions because, again, I want you guys to work smarter and not harder. So, Susan, what question do you have on your lap board? Well, how many events do you do a month? Well, that is an awesome question, Susan. I'm so glad you asked. So I do 6 events a month. That's my goal. I do my events Monday through Friday so I can be home with my family on the weekends. But doing 6 events a month works for me, helps me hit all of my financial responsibilities. I have team members who do one event a week. I have some team members who do 2 events a month. I have some team members who don't do any events. They just like the perks of getting wine discounts and industry wine perks. So and then I have the people in the company that do 12 to 18 events a month. They are hardcore full-time. This is their thing. But that's the beautiful thing. This business works for you. You do what works for you. We have no quotas and no inventory requirement. So there's my little plug on team building. Martha, do you have a question for me? Yeah, Kim, are you a wine expert? I'm so glad you asked me that, Martha. I am not a wine expert. 5 years ago when I started this business, I was an expert at drinking wine. I know how to drink wine like nobody's business. But you don't have to be a wine expert to do this. We have awesome training. We do it all for you. And people really just are here to have fun. So that being said, I am a total cork dork. And during my 5-year wine journey, I have gotten formal certification. So I am level 1 SOM certified, level 1 and 2 WSET certified, and in about 3 weeks, I'm taking my WSET 3 certification. So that's, for me, just fun. And the awesome thing about that is these courses take about, or cost several thousands of dollars. And I have to drink a lot of wine to do these courses, and I get to write it all off. It's a business expense. So how about that? I get to drink wine for homework and write it off. Sally, do you have a question for me? Yeah, is it hard for you to get bookings? Well, Sally, I am very blessed because I like to think I'm fun and funny, and I'm going to show you guys a good time. And by doing that, you guys are going to want to invite me into your homes to be fun and funny with your friends. So no, it is not hard for me to get bookings. I generally book 1 to 3 events at all of my events, and then my host is going to book another event in either 6 months or a year to celebrate the anniversary of this event. See how I plug that there? All right, Bertha, do you have a question for me? Is this job very stressful, Kim? Do I look stressed? I am drinking wine, eating food, making friends. This job is not stressful. The other thing is this company is unique in that we don't have any inventory requirements. You don't have to buy wine. That being said, why wouldn't you? And then the other thing is we don't have any quotas. So if you need to take off for a couple months for whatever, because life happens, you're not going to be deactivated and considered not a wine guide anymore. So that's an awesome thing. All right. Bob, my one guy that's tasting, do you have a question for me? Yeah, Kim, what are some job perks? I have the best job perks. 1, I get a discount on all the wines I drink. 2, there are industry discounts. So when I go to a wine tasting or a wine festival or anywhere that's wine related, I will ask them, do you have industry discounts? And they will almost always, 98% of the time say, yes, we just need to see your business card. Show them your business card, and you're going to get more than likely free tastings when you go to wineries, discounts on the wines that you buy. They will roll out reserve wines for you. They roll out the red carpet if you let them know that you're in the industry. And then, of course, all the tax write-offs. I think everybody who loves wine should be a wine guide because it's just kind of stupid. You get to write off everything involving wine. All right. Let's see. Christy, do you have a question for me? Yeah. Is this the only way you make money, like at your wine tasting events? No, sorry, Bob, Christy. I don't make money just at my wine tasting events. So I mentioned my team. I have about 140 team members all across the country. So I do make money off my team, which is awesome. And I only have to market $800 of wine a month to tap into my team commissions. And that's because I'm at the top level. So that is awesome. I also make money on my wine clubs, people who get happy boxes shipped to them on the 15th of every month. And then I have my website, which is open 24/7. So I love waking up to finding out that somebody ordered a case of Fasada because they love that #1 selling wine. All right. Tracy, what is in your Y bag? What's in your Y bag? Oh, I'm so happy that you asked, Tracy. Let me show you what is in my Y bag. So here's my plug for Y bag. Everybody should have a Y bag. Here's my Y bag. So 5 years ago when I started this business, or I became a wine guide, the most important thing to me when I was getting a job is to get a job that is fun. So wine makes me happy. I love wine. Listen, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, right? Yeah, my husband, though, he wanted me to make some money. And here's my beautiful daughter. This is her in 3rd grade. My husband turned to me and said, Kim, Courtney's in school 8 hours a day, you could get a job, because I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was like, I could. Which point? I did not want to go to work. On it, legit, I did not want to work. I didn't want to miss out on anything with her. She's our only child, and we had her later in life. So it was very important that I had a job that was flexible, so I didn't miss out anything. So this was, fun and flexibility. He, of course, wanted me to make money for financial rewards. And I started just to make mad money to feed my habit, to, girls' night out, to take my daughter out. It turned into so much more than that. About a year ago, I moved to Georgia. Here's our house. And I'm proud to say that I wrote the check for the closing costs for the house out of money that I had saved up over the years as a wine guide. And that was a big deal. Something that was supposed to be mad money ended up being a legit income. And then along the way, I did something that I was not looking to do. This was not my why at all. I didn't care about making friends. I'm like, I have enough friends. I can barely see the friends I have. Now my best friends are wine guides, except for my one best friend who's in Ohio. But my best friends are wine guides, and they're all over the country. So here are my 3 closest friends, Sally, Christy, and Tracy. Sally and Tracy are in Minnesota. I flew out to Minnesota to visit them. I mean, I would never go to Minnesota if I hadn't been a wine guide. Who goes to Minnesota? It's cold. No, just joking. It's God's country out there. It's gorgeous. But I went out to see them, and they are flying in 3 weeks. And then Christy is in Long Island. So Christy's already visited me here in Georgia, and the 3 of them are flying out in a couple weeks to visit me again. And that's awesome. And that's my best friends in the business, thanks to Wine Guide Life. And then the last is personal fulfillment. I told you I was a cork dork. I never had a career that I really loved until this, and now I get certifications. So these are some of my cert pins, my SOM and my WSET, and I'm excited for my 3rd, and that is just fun for me, like personal fulfillment. So that's my Y bag. By the way, everybody should get a Y bag. How easy is that? You'll plug in the 5 F's. Fun, friend, flexible, personal rewards, and financial fulfillment. It's going to tap into something there. It's going to resonate, and it's going to help team build. The best place to build your team is at your events. Organic team building is the best place. I'm a strong organic team builder because I'm just so psycho about how much I love it. 70% of the people that I've added to this team are from team events or social media posts, or just friends who tell friends. My friend Kim is over the top about wine like you are. You should talk to her. So, all right. Here's a question. How many team members do you have, and where are they located? So I have about 140 team members. They're located all the way up and down the East Coast, as far out as Nebraska and Florida. And this is the reason I say this is so that people will know that you just don't have to team build in the state that you're in, because social media is awesome. We do webinars, Zoom calls, and you don't have to be you're living in the same city as your team member. In fact, my closest team member is about 30 minutes from me. But I have team members that I haven't even met that I'm friends with because of the internet. All right, what is Wine Camp? Doesn't that sound fun? This one time at Wine Camp. So Wine Camp is our annual conference, Harvest. It happens once a year. We get to fly in and hang out with our fellow wine families, leaders in the industries, top leaders in the company, and for motivation and inspiration. Last year we were at Vegas. We had Rachel Hollis come in and John Acuff, who I absolutely love, top leaders in the sales and wine industry to help us rock our business out. So this year we're back in Vegas, and I get to vacation with my friends, and it's a tax write-off. How about that? Who gets to go to Vegas and write that off? We do. All right, and then the last question I have is, what 3 ways can you be a wine guide? Well, I love that you're going to ask me this question because it just shows you, again, how you can make this job work for you. I have people on my team who are hobbyists. They're just here for the discounts and the perks. They don't do any events. Then I have a lot of side hustlers. Actually, everybody on my team is a side hustler. There's nobody on my team who does this full-time. Everybody has a full-time job and kids and a lot of other things going on on their plate. And they do this for mad money. Several of them are working to make this their full-time gig. But right now, I got a lot of side hustlers. This is my full-time gig, although I'm branching out and doing a lot of other wine things as well, because this opportunity has landed me a lot of other opportunities, which is awesome. But you make it work for you. You do what works for you. And that's the beautiful thing about this company. Boom. I've done all my questions. I've gotten the guests to ask me the questions so I can talk about it without being all lectury. So I wanted to add that to the lap boards. And if you want to know those questions, they are in the file somewhere, or just make up your own questions. Easy way to get the audience activated and engaged without you standing up there talking a whole lot. That's another thing too. When I do my wine presentation, I have them read the descriptions of the wine so that I don't have to, because that keeps them engaged. All right, well, I haven't had coffee. I can't even believe I did this without having coffee. I've been up for like 3 hours, and my husband's up, and I'm sure he wants to have some coffee with me, but I wanted to share that with you. Happy Sunday, happy spring. I don't know what it is. I think spring is in the air because the whole winter blah is gone, and I'm excited to rock out the last quarter or last third of this harvest year. Cheers to everyone.